Have you ever boarded a plane on a whim and then just taken off somewhere with your family? Well, you know what? Our family did, and we visited the historically enriched country of England. And our first stop? Well, London, of course. You know, London, the city that is home to Big Ben and the Elizabeth Tower, the London Eye, Trafalgar Square, the Tower of London, Harrods Department Store, Tower Bridge, the mighty Thames River, and oh, so many more world-class attractions. On day one of our trip, we wanted to go on a little adventure. So the ladies, well, they decided to take a bus tour. And as for us guys, well, we decided to sample the refreshing ales and ciders of London, so we went on a history-filled pub crawl. Now, for this video, we'll follow along as the ladies enjoy a short London tour aboard the afternoon tea bus. And what, you may ask, is an afternoon tea bus? Well, let me tell you a short story. If you visit the Covent Garden region of London, you will eventually find Bridget's Bakery on Chandos Place. And inside, you will discover a world of whimsical decor, impossibly delicious desserts and treats, and truly caring staff. They also feature a daily afternoon tea service. Now, the restaurant couldn't magically expand its walls to accommodate an ever-increasing clientele, so they decided to take their afternoon tea service on the road, and thus the afternoon tea bus was invented. This video will not only look at the afternoon tea bus, but we will also take a brief look at 5 of London's great attractions that the tour bus passes by on its daily afternoon drive. So let's climb aboard the double-decker bus, let's get our music fired up, and let the tour begin. Ladies, all aboard! This magnificent hall was designed and its construction managed by Captain Francis Fowke and Major General Henry Y.D. Scott. The main concert hall seats 5,500 people. The hall is a registered charity and is held in trust for the nation and receives no public or government funding. Queen Victoria named the hall for her late husband, Prince Albert, a man who had envisioned creating such a theater for the arts in 1861, but had died before seeing it built. The opening ceremony for Royal Albert Hall took place on March the 29th, 1871. The outside of the bus is surrounded by the sights and sounds of historic London, but on the inside you experience the sights and smells of all the decadent goodness the afternoon tea bus has to offer you as you journey around London. The Marble Arch was designed by John Nash in 1827 and financed by the Prince Regent and James Burton, the most successful property developer in London. Nash's protege, Decimus Burton, had the arch relocated to Hyde Park when an expansion at Buckingham Palace took place. The arch was dismantled block by block by Thomas Cubitt and then rebuilt as a ceremonial entrance to the northeast corner of Hyde Park at the Cumberland Gate in 1851. Interestingly, the arch is now located close to the former site of the Tyburn Gallows, a site where public executions took place from 1388 to 1793. Buckingham Palace is the London residence and administrative headquarters for the monarch. The humble beginnings of the palace were built in 1703 for the Duke of Buckingham and Normandy. It was later acquired by King George III in 1761, and it was used as a private residence for Queen Charlotte, and hence was nicknamed the Queen's House. Architects John Nash and Edward Bloor oversaw the expansion of the original building when 3 new wings were added, and by 1837 it had become the official residence for the royal family following the accession of Queen Victoria to the throne. Further additions, including the famous royal balcony, were completed by the early 20th century. The palace has a mere 775 rooms, and the property is home to the largest private garden in London. 42 acres of floral splendor, along with 2.5 miles of gravel pathways. You just gotta love touring this historic city. And the food here on the afternoon tea bus, well, it's just so delicious. Hey, you want some? Hey, look, we're approaching Trafalgar Square. Trafalgar Square is a world-famous location in central London. It commemorates the Battle of Trafalgar, a naval battle that took place on October the 21st, 1805. The area was redeveloped by architect John Nash and was finally opened to the public in 1844. The 52-meter or 169-foot tall Nelson column at its center is guarded by 4 lion statues. A number of statues and sculptures also occupy the square. Today, the square is used for community gatherings and sometimes demonstrations. Since December of 1947, Norway has donated a large Christmas tree to the people of England, a tree that is erected from the first week of December until Little Christmas on January the 6th. The area now occupied by the square has been a London landmark since the 13th century, when the King's Mews were located there before King George IV moved the Mews to Buckingham Palace. Big Ben is the nickname for the Great Bell of the Clock Tower at the north end of the Palace of Westminster, the current British House of Parliament. Big Ben is the largest of the 5 bells in the tower and weighs in at 13.5 tons, or approximately 27,000 pounds. The clock still uses its original Victorian-era mechanism to accurately keep time. The tower was designed by architect Augustus Pugin and was completed in 1859. The tower stands 96 meters high, or 315 feet. The tower was renamed the Elizabeth Tower in 2012 to mark the Queen's Diamond Jubilee. A 4-year renovation project to restore the tower began in 2017. Hey, look! It's Harrods department store. Now, I know it wasn't mentioned at the beginning of the video, but nonetheless, let me tell you a little bit about the store as you drive past it. Charles Henry Harrod established the beginnings of Harrods when he opened a small shop on Borough Street in Southwark in 1824. The current location is the 5th reincarnation of the iconic department store, and it opened in 1905. There are about 330 separate departments and over 20 restaurants in the store, and that in addition to many other amenities that are geared towards the wishes of their clientele. It is estimated that nearly 300,000 people visit the store each day, and they are attended to by nearly 5,000 employees. Harrods is the largest department store in Europe. Well, everybody, the tour is almost complete, so please make sure you've left no big messes, you've eaten your decadent array of special treats, and most importantly, you have toasted each other and your hosts, and you have truly enjoyed the journey. And how did the ladies rate their afternoon tea bus experience? Well, with 5 enthusiastic stars. This video is in no way a paid advertisement for Bridget's Bakery. But I do truly believe that if you travel to a different city or country and you partake in an experience that exceeds even your expectations, then your hosts should be acknowledged. And so to the great folks at Bridget's Bakery and the afternoon tea bus, our family says thank you for your incredible hospitality.